Welcome back, my fellow Chibits, to another season of Snow White with the red hair. It's finally back. The first episode of Season 2 has finally aired on this Monday. It's definitely going to bring great quality to Mondays for the rest of this season, just because of how this series is coming out on this day. I have missed this series so much. I am glad to see our cute couple back, Zen and Shirayuki. I missed them so much. I missed my romance series so much from last season. And seeing how this episode was done, I just can't help but be fucking happy. I'm so fucking happy right now just to see the series back, dude. I'm so happy to see this back because I missed it so much. I love the cuteness in this series. I needed a slice of cuteness to just wrap up, this week or this, season of anime. I just need that type of stuff. And when I sat down, I had my cup of coffee. I'm watching this episode of Snow White with the red hair. I see Shirayuki pop up. I see Zen, and I see Obi, Ru, and all them. Just all these characters I've grown attached to. I'm seeing them talk, have fun, laugh, and different things like that. I just couldn't help but smile and say, oh, I'm glad to have this back. I'm so glad. So, pretty much the quality, my impressions of Season 2, I guess. The quality of this episode definitely is still consistent with the last season. So, there really wasn't much issues. It still felt like the exact same series. The characters still feel the exact same. Nothing really felt out of place. The only issue, before I get into a lot of good, I do need to say one negative about it. Of course, everything has their negatives and nothing is perfect. We all know that. Sadly enough, nothing can be perfect. The only issue that this episode has, I think, would probably be some derpy faces. There was some derpy faces throughout this entire episode, but it wasn't that bad. Easily BDs, DVDs, and shit can fix that up, and it wouldn't be that big of a problem. So, I'm going to overlook that, but that is really the only issue I say I could have with this episode. Besides that, let's talk about the opening. Let's talk about the ending song, because that's something many of you probably want to hear first. The opening and ending song, I don't know how many feel about it, but my personal opinion, I actually like this opening and ending song way more than the previous opening and ending song. Now, I know many love the opening and ending song of Shirayuki, or Snow White with the red hair, Snow White with the red hair, the first opening, first ending. I know many love that, and I loved it too, but I am a very big fan of this new opening and ending song. Maybe it's just because I missed this series so much, that's why. I'm just glad to see more content with my Shirayuki and Zen, this romance right here. I'm just so glad to see it back. Maybe that could be the reason. But I'm a big fan of the opening, I'm a big fan of the ending, and I love the visuals as well inside of it. Very cool stuff I got to see, and definitely some stuff hinting at what we could probably expect from the future of this season. Now, talking about some of the main parts of this episode, main focus besides the ending setting up the plot, we have it to where it's like a Ru and Obi episode. Them kind of having playtime, having fun, and they kind of look like brothers in this episode. Am I the only one that got that impression when I sat down and watched this episode? It looked like Ru and Obi were brothers, just having fun. Obi was the older brother, just spending time with his younger brother, helping him out, giving him advice, and stuff like that. I mean, it felt like a brother relationship, and seeing that, I was just smiling, because we need more stuff like this, and I need more Obi and Ru playtime type scenes, because that was so cute, and getting to see how these side characters were getting time for themselves, like screen time, it actually comes as a surprise, because normally anime series, as we all know, tend to just focus on the main cast. For instance, the main female, the main male, and that's pretty much it. All the side characters kind of get just shoved to the side, and they're just there to kind of be there for when they need to be useful. And in this episode, it wasn't that they were being useful or not being useful, they were just having just their daily life, spending time together and just doing their daily work, and seeing Obi and Ru do that, and just, how they were helping each other, I couldn't help but smile. So, that instantly won some points for me when it came to this episode. Now, besides Obi and Ru and stuff, we also have some setup for the plot of this season. Now, if I had to judge, most likely this is going to be like the first half of Season 2, the main arc of it. And according to what I'm understanding is with what we're seeing here, is that Shirayuki is having to go back to her main homeland. And she's going there to spend for a couple days, and she has to kind of see if she can give any pep talk to the prince. And because of this, she's going to be in territory that might be somewhat dangerous, because there's someone looking for her that's called Kazuki. We don't really know the full connection to who this person is, but judging by what type of series this is, it's a romance series and stuff like that, I want to bet that this person wants to probably take back Shirayuki and try to marry her off or marry her, whatever. Just, I want to bet something like that's going to happen. So, right here, we know the plot is setting up maybe for another potential love triangle, love square, love diamond, whatever the fuck you want to, put on to this romance. It might be setting something up like that up. And we do know that Obi as well, he has romantic feelings towards Shirayuki, because we saw that at the end of last season. And definitely when Mitsuhide, he was tasked to actually be with Shirayuki and go with her, I'm willing to bet that Obi felt very upset about that, because he probably wanted to be with Shirayuki and guard her when she went back to her homeland. I could see some form of drama starting from that in the next episode, depending on where it goes, because he definitely gave a look to where he wanted to actually go. So yeah, I mean, episode 1 of Season 2 of Snow White with the Red Hair, fantastic. Yeah, it was a fantastic episode. Had that quality from the first season, which is a very good thing, and definitely I'm just glad to see our characters back. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.